So you've ran out of Netflix TV series to watch and you're back again for the greatest gaming show on the internet. Welcome to Season 8. Based on the few teasers that Epic Games have given us so far, we've taken it upon ourselves to make a list of some skins that we think could, just maybe, could just fit the Season 8 theme. These are concepts for skins that we here at Top 5 Gaming hope get added to the game, and if they don't, I might just cry. And if I cry, and Fred might cry, and Top 5 Fortnite Season 8 skins that we hope get added onto the list. Number 10, the Flying Dutchman. There's probably not many people watching that haven't had the opportunity to watch at least one of the Pirates of the Caribbean films. Even if you've somehow been living under a rock and managed to avoid the film series' popularity entirely, you've most likely seen a Jack Sparrow gif or meme somewhere on the internet. Well, with Fortnite teasing out some pictures over the past couple days, giving us some clues as to what's to come, it's pretty safe to say that we'll be getting some pirate and beast creature style skins in the new Battle Pass and throughout the season. This concept art by Henwy is a fairly spot-on skin for Fortnite. He's used the long-haired default character, which to be honest, he deserves some decent skins by now, and has turned him into a pirate fit to take over the seas. It's not an exact Jack Sparrow copy, but you can't help but imagine that this is what a lot of people will assume it's based on. Number 9, Poseidon. We've seen many superheroes in Fortnite, and with so many theories about new water locations appearing, it's no surprise to see that someone has created an awesome concept piece of Poseidon, the almighty god of the sea. Poseidon also wields a deadly trident for his pickaxe, and with its current design, it would work really well as a reactive pickaxe. The more kills you get, and the more the crystal in the center begins to glow. The main Poseidon skin that was designed by Bisha Busha overlays that of the Love Ranger skin, which to be honest, fits really well. Love Ranger has got quite a number of different skin variants, so you could easily introduce a new idea through his different styles. For any of you DC fans out there, it's also similar to Aquaman, especially with all that green and gold color. Now people would be able to get away with hiding those statues now when you stand out like that. It's definitely a skin that I can imagine a lot of people enjoying though. Number 8 is Davy Jones. So we said there might be pirates, and we also said there might be some beasts or creatures of sorts. Well, this one kind of meets them both in the middle. As Davy Jones, you essentially have a half pirate, half octopus creature skin, which if your memory is serving you correctly, you might remember from the Pirates of the Caribbean, in which Davy Jones is eternally cursed to his ship of undead pirates. Not exactly sure how all those tentacles would affect the hitboxes though. It's definitely a lot easier to hit than the other skins, but given just how famous the film series became, you know people are gonna love to test out using an actual Davy Jones skin. I mean, imagine turning around a corner just to walk into this character. I'd definitely be jumping out of my chair in a panic. Number 7, Impatience. Any of you guys remember Bullet Bill from the Mario games? Those giant bullets that would travel through the screen and you'd have to avoid them? Well, this next concept art reminds me if Bullet Bill entered a Battle Royale Mad Max universe. This skin concept is called Impatience, and as you can imagine, he doesn't like to be left waiting. The core body is a dark red, blue theme with explosives pretty much everywhere. Impatience has got grenades on his utility belt, a giant mesh of dynamite all stuck together for his back bling, and then even a dynamite countdown timer on his pickaxe. For all of you guys out there that say it's about to be lit, this is probably the skin that you'd want to be wearing, especially if we did end up seeing some sort of volcano activity. This explosive character would fit right in and then out because it's a volcano, and that's what they do. They just... Number 6 is the eSports team concept. So Fortnite have been showing a lot of love to their fans recently. They introduced their supported creator system, allowing all those content creators to keep on creating while making some extra money on the side, and they even added featured maps on creative and on the block for Battle Royale. This allows all you builders out there to show off your skills to the millions of players, and one concept that's been thought of for quite some time now is the idea of being able to support your favorite team or streamer through overlays on your skins. Like in this concept art with Omega and Carbide, you can see the chosen team logos and titles overlapping the current skin. There's a ton of reasons why people would love this idea, and the fact that Fortnite's competitive side is just going up and up means that something like this is bound to happen at some point or another. And at number 5, we've got the Black Panther villain. We get heroes a lot. In fact, we've gone over a ridiculous amount of different types of heroes that we could be seeing or that we have seen, but we don't get too many villains. Even Omega is supposed to be a villain, but most people in the community can't help but appreciate him for how much cooler his armor is than Carbide's. Well, this concept piece is recreated after the Black Panther villain known as Killmonger. Down to his armor style and weapon, the entire setup is made to look like the real deal. Design was done so well that it looks exactly like the actor, just infused with that Fortnite cartoony theme. It's not overly glamorous, but it is one of the simple yet effective skins that looks smooth and stylish. And in number 4, we've got the Bush Wookie. One of my personal favorite spots on the list, we have the Bush Wookie. Now, for all those news starts out there, a Bush Wookie is someone who loves to hide in bushes, but this time, the Bush Wookie is the bush. This skin looks exactly like a tree, and Bush mix into, I think you can figure. It actually almost looks like if Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy and Chewbacca from Star Wars merged together. You'd probably get something like this. As much as we all like to have a good laugh at an obvious camper sitting in a bush, I can't help but admit that I do love this skin concept. I mean, it's very simple, but just looks really effective and cool. Plus, for those bush fans out there that are worried about their hat or brown hair revealing them in the bush, you'll have no worries with the bush Wookie. Are there still people that sit in bushes in Season 8? I wouldn't be surprised if we saw people using this out in the open, hoping someone new to the game will just walk past thinking he's scenery. But in number 3, we've got the Haunter. Now, usually when harvesting tools come out in the item shop, they come as part of a set. It's not often we get a pickaxe that is a standalone with no other matching items or skins. One pickaxe in particular was the Death Valley harvesting tool. Has that classic skull shape from a set of bones you might find in the desert area with brown leather straps. The pickaxe was actually quite popular when it first showed up in January of last year. With nothing to match it, the Death Valley harvesting tool soon became just another one in the collection. Recently though, concept artist Kazoka created a skin that would go down really well as part of the set, and I could also imagine would go down well with the community. It's called the Haunter. And this skin is another variant of the Love Ranger. It's gone for more of a whitish marble look rather than its original stony counterpart, and even wears a halo above the skull. Number 2. The Lone Looter. For the final time on our list today, we're going to be bringing it back to the pirate theme, and to be honest, who can blame us? In Fortnite's first teaser image for Season 8, they showed us pirates hooks, so we know there'll be some pirates somewhere. Plus, with all the waves that Sea of Thieves is making in the community at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some loot-hungry pirate ready to grab as much of the loot as possible. This time, artist Tuffy Boy has created a standard-looking pirate in a red coat with gold trimming, a hook in one hand, and an eye patch to suit. This one is a classic-looking pirate that you might find in many of the stories that you've heard growing up. But this pirate's known as the Lone Looter and comes with a giant wooden barrel full of gold for a backbling. Now remember though, we usually see some skins in the Battle Pass that have unlockable stages, so there's a good chance that we may be seeing some sort of stage-changing pirate. Perhaps we may even see black, but in number 1, we've got the Golden Knight. Credit to Vape Cage on Reddit. Now you're all gonna have to let me know what your personal favorite skin is before Season 8 starts. For me personally, I can't help but fall back on the good old Black Knight after I've tried out a new skin. He's been around since the early days, showing up in the Season 2 Battle Pass and came with a few different friends. The Blue Squire, Royal Knight, and even the Red Knight that later came in frozen form. But wouldn't it be awesome if we had this Golden Knight? When I first saw gold in the name, I was a little bit skeptical. I mean, gold can be a bit much sometimes, but this concept art by Vape Cage is really well done. It's taken that original Black Knight body and even given it a repaint and a new design for the helmet. I would definitely be spending 2,000 V-Bucks for this thing if it showed up in the item shop. And I'd also do it with T5G and the support a creator code. But that has been our list of the top 5 Fortnite Season 8 skins that we hope get added. Be sure to click that like button if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, push notifications on, Fred would appreciate it, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.